Nina G is a comedian and a disability awareness educator.
Part of the Comedians with Disabilities Act comedy troupe.
She's performed at the Punchline, the Laugh Factory LA, and many, many colleges.
I'm a really big fan of hers, and you guys are going to love her as well.
Put your hands together for the one and only Nina G.
Start clapping right now for my homegirl, Nina G in the building.
I knew immediately that Nina was very funny. She's a lifelong fan of comedy, lifelong fan of performance, and a lifelong supporter of public justice.
So great to be part of the Comedians with Disabilities Act. The thing is, a lot of times people say, you know, stuttering and dyslexia, those aren't real disabilities. You shouldn't be in that show. So I have to explain to people that if you look at the definition of what a disability is, according to the Americans with Disabilities Act, it's a physical or mental impairment that substantially results in having to deal with assholes.
I think as I've gotten to know her, I just realized that she's a woman who isn't afraid to speak her mind and use her voice, and that's not always easy to do. That's really hard to do.
Weeks ago, I was at an audition, and I went up to the comedy club owner afterwards. I said, is there a show that you might want to put me up on? And she told me this. You know what? You just keep on getting up on that stage. And you just keep on going to all those open mics, and I'm sure one day you'll have enough self-confidence that you'll stop stuttering. I know, right? What a bitch! Exactly. Thank you. I wish the comedy club was open so you could go and tell her that, but it closed soon after. No, but it had pissed me off because, first of all, if you stutter and you get up in front of people, then maybe self-esteem is an issue. Yeah. Thank you. Plus, if I stopped stuttering, I wouldn't have an act. So let's hope that doesn't happen.
It was always something that I loved. I loved Steve Martin and Richard Pryor and Dave Chappelle and a lot of people who use their comedy to reframe things in the world. So I learned a lot about racism and about prejudice and about sexism from the comedians I watched, and I kind of wanted to take that and do that around disability issues. A lot of my stand-up is based on my own experiences. And a lot of those experiences are the very jerky things people say to me. Because stutterers, we are interrupted all the time. Like, I'll be in the midst of a like that, and what the other person will do is this with their hands to like hurry it up. Yeah, this has helped me, everyone. This is good. This is telling me to spit it out. All very helpful. And I don't know what it is about stuttering or other kinds of disabilities, but as soon as someone meets you, they suddenly have a PhD in the thing you have. Oh my God, I get advice all the time, like, just slow down and breathe. Yeah, in the 38 years I've been stuttering, I've never thought of that. And I guess I haven't been breathing this entire time. And once I met this guy and I introduced myself and I stuttered just a teeny tiny bit on my name. And he said, is that Nina with 5 N's? Oh, yeah. And I told him, I said, well, I stutter. And second of all, that is Nina with 2 N's, and I did this. Maybe some of that guilt that people have because they've said those things, or because those are things that they don't experience every day. And they're able to, I think, integrate it in a different way because the humor helps them to digest it. And I really don't want it to be sugar-coated. But it is a way for them to more easily understand it, and I think to relate to it and to hold their attention as well.
Nina is trying to find the pulse of what's actually true and what's actually worthwhile. She's not harping on the same tried true tropes of stand-up comedy or performance or social justice. She's trying to find a way to blend them and inform people who are already informed. She's not dumbing it down for anybody.